It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Zach Wilson after his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Barons and the Giants, coming up next.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Brooklyn Barons and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, our visitors, whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
And sometimes when you're in the middle of a losing streak, being on the road is exactly what you want. You can only depend on each other. Let's see if they can use that as fuel in this ball game.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, he finds Corey Davis. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 21 carries, 96 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Absolutely 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way to the quarterback as well.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing is Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. First and goal. A chance for an early statement here on the road. Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And it's caught. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. So now here are the Giants backed up to start their first drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll try to run with Hall, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Breece Hall, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Barons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And it's good to make it 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken just inside the 10. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. On first down, it's Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hoffman. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The numbers for him from a week. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. To throw again on second down. Herbert. This one complete to Scott Miller. 7 yards there and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hoffman. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And they'll give him another. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Ball again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. And Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Herbert off of play action. And that is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
We did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Play action. It's Wilson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. On second down, a run with Hall. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. After the turnover, here's Herbert. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Herbert. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Herbert now. And that is incomplete. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gets this one to Morris. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson over the middle, complete. It's Moore. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Running left, it's Hall. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. They juked him, and taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talking about completions are right there. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Hall. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Morris. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Zach Wilson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Carlson down to add the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Zach Wilson who took it in himself on the touchdown run to cap it off. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Here's Herbert. Finding Miller once more, complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He finds his man complete. It's Hoffman. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Herbert on 1st down now. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Second and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hoffman. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 3rd and 2, Herbert. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Hoffman. So the completion gets him just a yard. And it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Fielded right around the 8, and up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. There's Elijah Moore as he and the offense come out for another drive. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Ball again on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st down, Haynes, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. To throw is Wilson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And now out come the Giants. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Bellinger hauls it in out left side. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
You know, he said on 3rd down, that usually means running play, but we have seen him throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
From the 50, here's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Hoffman. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Defense.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times you just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Herbert on 3rd down now. Touchdown! Marquez Callaway from 19 yards away. And the Giants have taken the lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is now 2. A 10-play drive that time. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to, just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, There's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Throwing is Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now a second down and 6. Now it's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And this one is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Wilson. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So a little late drama in the first half, as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And it's the Chiefs who are out in front as they move towards halftime. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. From there, we'll head east to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. And that game's all tied up as they play the visiting Jaguars. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Baker Mayfield with a touchdown pass. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these 2 teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. On second down, they'll run it here. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by DJ Reed. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Hall. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. He appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And they're able to corral them right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Gets this one to Morris.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
Spins by, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Wilson will throw again. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Wilson. It's caught by Davis.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
On third down, Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Carlson is good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw caught by Tony.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. On 2nd and 9.
Herbert over the middle. That's hauled in by Tony.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 3rd and 2, Herbert. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 60 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Right back to him on first down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Herbert. Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a Giant touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Giants have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter.
So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
All again on 2nd down.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Morris. And touchdown! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Barons have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Herbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
The throw over the middle taken in.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Herbert now. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Scotty Miller, 51 yards. And the Giants use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it was concluded on the touchdown pass to Scotty Miller.
That is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. throwing is Wilson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. This offense on third down today, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Azeez Ojulari there on the tackle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Here's Wilson to throw.
There's Hall bringing in another one.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll run on 1st down. It's Haynes. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw is Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Haynes.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This from 44 yards out. Left hash. The kick by Carlson is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
From the 6.
The New York set to take the field.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
Herbert on 1st down now. And he finds Howard complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Herbert.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Herbert throwing again. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for New York. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now Hall to start the drive. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Give him 14 on that one, and a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Give to Hall running right. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now Wilson. He gets it underneath to Hall. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Ball ought to give up the middle.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. On 2nd and 7, Wilson. He's got it. And he's brought down. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just needed the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here's Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Corey Davis, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Barons have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, I give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and this guy made a nice catch.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Carlson on for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Giants now down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Herbert.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So now all eyes shift to the Giants. Trailing in this one now. 2:12 to play. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Herbert's throw caught by Tony.
His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He's got a man, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Herbert.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Got his tight end, that's complete. It's Hoffman.
And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Herbert to throw.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal.
Throwing, Herbert.
Flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Herbert going to throw.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 4th and goal.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for our visitors, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.